Welcome back to another edition of What the Fatah. Today I'm going to touch on a subject that irks a lot of Muslim Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, and a whole lot of liberals and Marxists and left-wing activists. And that's the word Hindutva. I've studied a lot about this ever since I was a young teenager back in Karachi, Pakistan. And I could never understand something as simple as that after 700-800 years of occupation and foreign rule, when Indians finally got their independence on August 15th, 1947, what was it that made them consider their own heritage, which is based on Hinduism and Sanatan Dharam, what made them forego that? Why is it that being proud of your Hindu ancestry and heritage is a cause for shame, dare I say, or comes under vilification by the left, as if somebody who takes pride in their heritage of 10,000 years is doing something wrong? Let's take the example of other people. Do you think Greeks have any shame or embarrassment about Greek civilization? The religion during the Greek civilization was different than the religion now, but the heritage remains the same. Greece, after all, gave the rest of the world a lot to think about, from the city-states to the countries to even Alexander the Great, who brought India and Macedonia and Greece together at one stage. People are quite allowed to be proud of what they've accomplished over their past. In the United States, people are very proud of the fact they have the First Amendment, which separates church and state. And the First Amendment clause says no official religion can be assigned to the country of the United States of America. But it has a Judeo-Christian past, and that's reflected in the vast majority of Americans adhering to their religion, to their culture, to their past. They celebrate Christmas without any embarrassment. They know about their past. They know about where their religion comes from. Similarly, you think people in Arabia would be embarrassed to be Muslims? No. They in fact carry their Islamic faith right on their sleeve and talk about it, walk about it unashamedly. Why is it only Hindus who have just one country to live in that they should be told that how dare you talk about Hindutva, which they ascribe to Savarkar, as if Savarkar was some sort of a fascist? This is a man who was an atheist, who wrote his book Hindutva on the walls of the Andaman Islands cell where he was, where there was whitewashed every month, and he used to write the book with charcoal, memorize it, and then every month it would be washed out. And he wrote that book in the 20s, if I am not mistaken, about Hindutva. Why shouldn't Indian Muslims say they're quite happy with Hindus embracing their heritage and their political nature? If it is so, what's the big issue over here? You can go around saying, "Humko Hinduon se denge azadi," and then you say, "Well, we didn't say that, we said Hindutva se lenge azadi." Oh, come on. I can't understand the upper middle class of the Hindu elite. What is their problem with Hindutva? I'm a Muslim. I believe in one God. I believe in Prophet Muhammad. I consider any aspect of Hindutva does not touch on my belief system or my right to practice my faith. Then how should I get upset if somebody else gets that right, simply to honor and celebrate the heritage? If the Vedas were written in Mohenjodaro, if the ancient texts mention things about 5,000 years ago that still are applicable. If the Gita is valid, if the Mahabharata took place, if Ramayana is alive, and if we take pride in what happened in those last 5,000 years, in which earlier than that there were ice ages that destroyed most of the northern hemisphere, except India, because we had the Himalayas to protect us. So we are a mature civilization that unfortunately came under occupation and colonialism for 1,000 years, and when we got freedom, we were told, no, you can be British and have an English accent and a command over the English language. You could do Urdu Shairi and be respected. You could relish in the role of Aurangzeb. Hallelujah, that's great. You could call the destroyers of Nalanda University and honor it with a railway station by its name. And you could even call Prayagraj as Allahabad and nobody would object. But how dare you utter the word Hindutva? It is the responsibility of every Indian Muslim to say, we don't have a problem with it because we are secure in our identity. India has every right to honor its past and embrace its political philosophies as it deems so. India throughout its history has welcomed everyone who was seeking help and wanted to save their lives, including the family of Prophet Muhammad. The Jews that lost their first temple, the Zoroastrians that were kicked out of Iran, everyone was welcomed in Hindustan. And had it not been for Hindutva or Hinduism, these people would not have been accepted in this great land that we all call Hindustan. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.